Hello, my name's Dave Woolley. Welcome to another episode of the 10-Minute Land Surveyor. Folks have been watching these videos that the Orange County chapter is producing, and I've received a number of emails and phone calls from people that are saying, well, I need a little help to figure out how to get my credentials. I've been out of the school for many years, and I just don't know how to get started. And fair enough. So I'm going to talk today a little bit about how to get started. One of the things that you need to do first is you need to get registered in the system with the NCEES. And to figure out that process, I'm going to turn you to the licensing board in California, which is the Board for Professional Engineers, Land Surveyors, and Geologists. The board website is bplsg.ca.gov. Don't bother writing it down. I'm going to go ahead and show it on the screen here. So this is the board website, and what you're going to do is you're going to go up here to where it says applicants. And when you click applicants, you're going to, this is what's going to come up on the website. The EIT, which is engineer and training, and the LSIT, application process. And when you go through here and you look, you'll see the general information, talks about how to get your steps. It says here the certification as a land surveyor in training is the first step required under California law towards becoming a licensed professional land surveyor. And when you go through the process, we get here, the land surveying training certification applicants must have 2 years of post-secondary college level land surveying education, or 2 years or more of land surveying related work experience, or a combination of post-secondary and work experience that equals 2 years, and previously passed the NCEES Fundamentals of Surveying exam. And follow those steps. I know there's some fingerprinting involved, so on and so forth, but get registered. And people tell me, well, what do I study? How do I study? And I say, if you've been out of the education system for a number of years, I think most of the people who call me are probably 30 to 45 years old. So they've been out of school for a while. And so I tell them, here's what you do. You don't know where you are on the spectrum of testing. And so register, get in the system, and go take your LSIT cold. Because when you take your LSIT, there's going to be a graph, and it's going to show you the areas that you're strong in and the areas that you're weak in. And it's going to tell you whether you passed or failed. And you're going to take that first LSIT with no intention of passing and use that as your study guide. Because it's a broad-based test, and you could spend a lot of time studying things that you don't need to study and maybe not putting in enough time on some of the other topics. So once you figure out where you are on the testing scale, then what I would recommend is you either form a study group or find other people, make a study group, and that's more for the discipline and also to get the input from some of the other people. Some people seem to do fine without a study group, but whichever your style, you need to start the process and you need to take this test. Now, a lot of really good land surveyors that I know really struggled with the LSIT. They took it 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and it was really a tough test for them. And they were thinking, or the natural inclination would be, is that if I can't pass the LSIT, there's no reason, or there's no way I could ever pass the LS test. That's not true. The LSIT, in many regards, is a much more difficult test based on the broad-based nature of it. The LS test is also the pass score of the LSIT. The LS test is, you can focus on about 6 topics, and really you can narrow it down to 2, which would be boundary and public lands, and that's most likely going to get you over the hurdle, which is only 50%, 51% correct, and that makes you an LS. So don't be discouraged if you fail the LSIT or you fail it a couple of times. It's not a big deal. At least you're on your way. And again, don't be discouraged. And once you become a licensed land surveyor, now you have that job security, you have professional status, and your future is much more secure. And so I would like to say to the folks that actually had the inclination to find me, look me up, and ask these questions. I admire the fact that you're on your way, and I would also recommend that the Orange County chapter of the California Land Surveyors Association has a land surveyor review course. And in that land surveyor review course, there's a lot of information to prepare you for a licensed land surveyor, but it'll also prepare you for an LSIT. Now, several other chapters have very good programs. I know the Sacramento chapter and San Diego chapters have good land surveying prep programs. And these are things that you can broaden your professional network and people that you'll find very supportive in your journey to becoming a licensed land surveyor. Again, thank you to everybody. Take your LSIT, don't be discouraged, and good luck. Have a nice day.